There we go. Thank you for that. To be precise, it was in Round Rock, Texas. And now, if you've never heard of Round Rock, you're not the first one or the only one, neither have I. It's this little town about a half hour north of Austin, and we stayed at the Kalahari Resort. For those of you with families, look it up. They have 4 locations in the United States. And the reason I say that is because it's an amusement park. It's not a hotel. It was crazy. You feel like you're at Disney, right? Kalahari. Don't ask me to spell it. And so 90% of the rooms were booked through Keller Williams Peeps, which means the water park and the game room, which is not a game room, it's like 20,000 square foot, were empty because there were no kids there. It was a bunch of grown-up kids attending classes with Gary Keller. So there's just a few things that I want you to write down, and then I'm going to ask you to share what you learned while I was gone. Aaron, be nice. No, be nice to me, because I already know what you're going to say. There you go. All right, school is never out for professionals. School is never out for professionals. You go to the top real estate conventions in the United States, and one of the things that you'll see is the top agents are always there. They're always there because they're always learning. If you are learning based, you never get to a point where you know it all. And speaking of knowing it all, write this down. Be a do-it-all, not a know-it-all. If you want to be a great leader who attracts great people to your life, focus on doing, not knowing. What can I do today to serve others in order to lead others, in order to attract talent into my life? There are 4 main areas of your life that you should focus on: life, productivity, personal productivity, business productivity, and financial productivity. So life, personal, business, financial. In each one of those areas, have a mission statement, have a vision. A vision is what happens when you've accomplished your mission. A vision is what the world looks like when you've accomplished your mission. What does that look like for you in your life? What does that look like for you personally, in your business, financially? Have a set of beliefs that you make decisions based on those beliefs. So Keller Williams Realty International, the belief system is Y4C2Ts. And that's our foundation for making decisions. What are yours? Do you have a set of beliefs by which you run your life? Most people don't, by the way. You should have a mission statement, a vision statement, and beliefs for your life. Personal productivity, business productivity, and financial. Mastery is a never-ending journey. Write that down. Mastery is a never-ending journey. 99% of people are not into mastery. Most business owners are not into mastery. They are lifestyle business owners. So how do you know? Well, a lifestyle business owner is someone who takes their foot off the gas when they get comfortable. You see, most business owners will start a business, they'll run a business until the business is providing them with a level of income that provides a comfortable life. And then they take their foot off the gas. That is a lifestyle business owner. They're not into mastery. 99% of people are not. Be the 1% that is. You have a 39% better chance of achieving your goals if you would simply write them down. You have a 39% better chance of achieving your goals if you would simply write them down. Now, Aaron, it's interesting because when Gary asked, Gary Keller, these are notes that I got from sitting with Gary Keller for 3 days in Austin, Texas. When Gary Keller asked, what's the number one reason people don't write down their goals? I thought, like everybody else did, I thought, well, it's fear they won't achieve those goals. It's not the answer. The reason is they don't want to commit to the goal. By writing it down, you've committed to the goal. If you were to write down, my goal is to sell 36 homes in the next 12 months so that I can, and in order to do that, I must do blank, blank, and blank, you've committed to it. And most people don't want to make that commitment. They just want to do the best they can. If you ask most people, what's your strategy? Their strategy is just do the best I can. Well, the best I can leads to mediocrity. You've got to commit to your goals and make them non-negotiable standards. My strategy to build a big business is to attract talent through the law of attraction. What is yours? Now I'm speaking to myself, so don't get offended. That's another thing I learned from Gary Keller. If you're getting ready to say something that might offend people, just say I'm speaking to myself so that nobody in the room gets offended. So I'm speaking, yeah, right? I'm speaking to myself when I say this. Most of us don't have a strategy. We don't know where we want to go, nor do we want to know why we want to go there. Why am I here? There's a great question. Write that down. Why am I here? So me, self-talk. My strategy is to build a big business by attracting talent through the law of attraction. So you don't set out to build a big business, you set out to develop people. And the result of developing people is they build a big business. So what are you doing to attract people to your life? What are you doing in order to develop them? Most people don't know how much money they'll need because they haven't defined the life they want to live. So on the cover of the Millionaire Real Estate Agent, it says it's not about the money. Now, here's what Gary means by it's not about the money. If it was about the money, would Gary still be working? Say no. He would have quit working a long time ago. Most people don't know how much money they need because they haven't defined the life they want to live. If you go to the mission statement of Keller Williams Realty, it says to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, and lives worth living. Well, I would challenge you to start with lives worth living. Define that, and then define how much money you need in order to fund that life. Here's another one for you. Wealth is not about money. Wealth is about abundance. And the definition of wealth, when it refers to money, is passive income that will fund your life. Are you set up such that if you stopped working today, your passive income would fund the rest of your life? Are you set up that if something were to happen to you today, in other words, you're no longer here, you've got passive income that will fund your family's life for the rest of their life? And if the answer is no, why not? And what are you doing about it? Hey, by the way, that's self-talk. So if that offended anybody, remember I'm talking to me. You guys are just part of the conversation. I'm saying, John, are you set up so that Monica, Colin, and Lacey are taken care of for the rest of their life? And if the answer is no, then why not? And what am I going to do about it? Whose life are you leading? How do you know? Whose life are you leading and how do you know? The next thing I want you to write down, there's 3 stages of life. Traditional thinking says we have the education stage. The second stage is the work stage, and the third stage is the retirement stage. Now, I'm just going to say that's messed up. It's not right. Most people think that way. They think, well, I'm going to work, and make money so that I can retire and play. When they're in reality, you should spend your entire life with time blocked for learning. It never stops. You don't go from the education stage to the work stage and stop learning. That's what most people do. You should live your entire life with time blocked for learning. I read at least 2 hours every single day. I study in order to be someone who attracts talent through the value that I bring to those conversations. You should have time blocked every day for play. Every year, you should start the year with time blocked in your calendar for playtime. Most people don't do that. Most people work until they can't work anymore. And then when they're on the verge of burnout, they say, I need to take a vacation. And all too often, they never take that vacation. Now, Gary shared a story that really hit home with me because I've lived this recently. He shared a story that his mother had planned for retirement. She was a school teacher. She had planned for retirement. She was going to go into the dressmaking business. And she had all these patterns that she had collected and all this material that she had collected in order to build this dressmaking business. It was her dream. If you're taking notes, write that down. It was her dream. And then after she retired from teaching school, she got cancer and she passed away very shortly after that. And then when they were packing up the house, they got into her closet and they found boxes and boxes and boxes of these patterns to make these dresses, these outfits. And they found all of this material that she had stored away and they packed it all in a box. Write this down. Don't put your family in a position where they have to pack up your dreams. Don't put your family in a position where they have to pack up your dreams. Now, my friend Perry, passed away last Tuesday. It was his dream that he would buy a big boat and that when his children were finished with school, they would get on this big boat and they would sail around the world. They would visit all these exotic ports and go to all these amazing places. And that never happened. Then again, he wasn't planning on getting cancer when he was 58 years old, when his children were 15 and 17 years old. Now that's the sad part of that. Here's the happy part. My friend Perry was also someone who didn't wait to play. He lived his life to play. His motto, and he told me this many, 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 many times, and I will hang on to it forever, was don't die at your desk. You see, what he did is he made sure every year, they didn't sail around the world, but every year they blocked a month to 6 weeks where they took trips to Belize, to the Virgin Islands, to Turks and Caicos, to Bahamas. And these kids were raised living on a boat, going on adventures throughout the entire Eastern Caribbean, living these amazing adventures. They played. They played because it was important. And here's the last thing I'm going to say is they played because they blocked time on their calendar for play. It's important. Don't put your family in a position where they have to pack up your dreams in a box. Live those dreams now. All right, talk to me. That was a lot of me, and I apologize for that, but that's what happens when I'm gone for 2 weeks. I have a lot of thoughts. And I could keep going for hours, and we're out of time. Raise your digital hand, raise your physical hand if you're in the room. Talk to me. Yes, Juanita.
What I got out of it was the first part was the goals. If